goddesses. This is your girl Goddess Day with another video update. And let's get right into it. So today's topic is who shows the most support, or who shows any support during your spiritual journey. Sometimes we may feel very lonely going on this journey and we feel like there's no one to talk to, and sometimes that may be the case, but there are many like us. There are many out there that you can connect through now that we have, the internet and stuff like that. And being that COVID, you stay in the house, more and more people are online. That's like the new thing now. And your spiritual journey doesn't have to be lonely at all. There is so many people that want to know your experiences so they can feel more comfortable sharing their experiences with you and different things like that. Once you actually get into it and start learning new things, like, it's a wonderful journey. Even the bad, because you need to take the bad with the good. I'm going to go ahead and say that right now. But when you get to actually understand the process, and that it is a process, you will, it's amazing. It really is amazing once you understand that it's just all a process. And your loved ones may not always support you. I know when I first got into doing my spirituality, like, I wanted to learn like all different stuff, because you can do all different stuff. Like, you can learn like the stars, numerology, you know, um your signs. People be like, what's your birth sign, and all the different backstories like that. But I wanted to do, like, understand spells and stuff like that. Like, that intrigued me. All of it intrigued me, you know. So when I got me like a big spell book, and I didn't really do anything with it. I was just like basically doing my research and seeing which way I want to go and stuff like that. And then I remember leaving it out, and a family member found it, and like they were laughing and stuff like that, and like, oh, be careful, she's a witch and stuff like that. And it would just made me think, like, at first I felt kind of offended, but I'm like, okay, because even if I was, I would be a good one, but I don't classify myself as a witch or anything. I'm a goddess. And a goddess is more about, love and nature and stuff like that. So, and that came to me. And once you're going through your spiritual journey, you want to, you're changing. So your name is going to want to change. It's like it calls out to you something that's going to fit you, who you're becoming, who you're turning into. So Goddess Day was a perfect fit to me. Like, it just came so naturally. So the distance that we go with people that are close with us may not be far as the spiritual journey, and that is okay. You are not the first person. I'm not the first person to experience it. We have other members, as far as spiritual members, soul members, that we can connect with, that we can talk to. There's plenty people that we can get experience from, as far as life experience, learning what they went through and different things like that. So that's why I always like to come on here and just share my different experiences, because sometimes you may feel like you have no one out there, that you are just the black sheep of the family, and you just need someone to talk to when you're going through this. Like, I did feel like that at one point in time in my life, until I found more people like me. There's plenty people, and I would watch a lot of people. I'm gonna put some links down below to actually some people that I used to watch. I haven't really kept up with them lately, but they helped me jumpstart myself into my spirituality and not be scared. And I seen them grow from, a small account to huge accounts, and I'm just hoping that, I'll be able to touch someone with my experiences, because that's what I'm here for, and give you some knowledge and, education along the way of different things that may help you, and just love and support. At the end of the day, like, we all need someone. Like, we're here for the experience of life. Like, so let's just enjoy it. That's what we're here for. So we're going to enjoy it. We're going to learn to enjoy it. Something, I'm going to give you guys an update. Something very, very big actually happened recently to me and my family. So I just got married last year, and my husband is actually Nigerian. And we've been going through the process of getting him to become a citizen and stuff like that. And before the process started, I was dreading it because it sounds so scary, and I didn't know if I was up to it, to be honest. And I was just not looking forward to the day where I had to do the interview and stuff like that. Like, I was scared. But fast forward, like, his process actually went very quickly, and I'm surprised. Like, it only took about a year. And I don't know, to me, that's quick. I never been, went through the process before, but we had hired a lawyer, and she was saying, like, I thought this process was not going to get approved for about 3 to 5 years. So I thought I had some time, to boost my confidence in this area, some more, and things like that. But that wasn't the case, because it just came very quickly. And when we first met, and I let him know, like, I'm just walking my spiritual journey, and learning new things, and you either accept it or you don't. He accepted. Nigerian people, my husband, this Nigerian man, he likes to, I don't know. What's the proper word? Give me a hard time. Let's just say that. Give me a hard time. So, at first he act like he wasn't, okay with it. But he was. He even opened up to let me know, like, his father was just like me, like burning his candles and had crystals and stuff like that. And his father passed. But he told me, he was like, if my father was alive, y'all would be the best of friends. He would be able to give you so much information and knowledge, because he does the things you do. And I'm like, that's cool. I wish I did have that. Like, having someone in the same space that you're trying to learn about, like having a mentor like that, it's excellent. So that would have been awesome to have. It's just unfortunate that he had to pass. But he's looking over us, so we're gonna get that knowledge some way. It's gonna download to us in other forms, so it's okay. But so moving forward, we got to the interview, coming up to the interview, and my husband, he does not know how to handle stress and anxiety, and he will pass it on to me. And I try my best to assist him in this, so I don't feel those same emotions, and things like that. And he don't, sometimes he don't understand, but I'm like, I come from a lot of trauma, past trauma, that I done healed myself from. So with us being in this marriage, in this relationship, we have to learn how to trust each other, in the universe and stuff like that. And it's just amazing that we were able to go through this experience together. So, leading up to a couple days for the interview process, which was just December 27th, this past Monday, we needed to collect evidence and stuff like that. And his lawyer was supposed to be present. She was already paid, but then she tried to revert and claim like she didn't get paid to be at the interview. So I'm like, okay, well, you know what? It is what it is. I'm not going to stress about it. So I was not stressed about the interview as I was before, like I told you, but somehow I got such a calmness that I wasn't stressed about it anymore. And my husband, like, he took all the stress for the both of us. I was not stressed anymore. My husband wanted to get some pictures to gain more proof, like regular pictures of like everyday life and stuff like that that we snap with the kids with us. So I'm like, okay. So I went to Walmart, and it's Christmas. It's around Christmas, so it's jam packed, and the instant photo machine was not working. So I got home and I told him after getting Christmas dinner that we were going to cook. And I'm like, it's not working. This man was cussing me out. Girl, I'm like, I don't know what you got yourself into. This man he was panicking because this is his life. And he wanted everything to go good. And I'm like, listen, at the end of the day, you cannot put your stress on anyone else. If you want this done, you're going to come with me right now, because he didn't come with me, and we're going to go find somewhere else and we're going to get it done. I said, we could have got it done tomorrow, which the next day would have been Sunday, but you want it done today? Fine, let's go. And we went. And then he was just panicking again when we got the pictures. He's like, no, these aren't the right ones. I don't think these are going to be good. Like, just a lot of panic. To me, I felt that was unnecessary. Like, he wasn't feeling the same calmness I was feeling, and it's understandable. But I was trying to get him to see, like, basically think positive. Like, you're already from the jump thinking negative, and we can't go into it like that. Claim it, like, trust the process, trust the universe. So we went that next day because he wasn't satisfied with the pictures, and we got more pictures so he could be happy. The lawyer that we hired was also supposed to send us copies of documents that we may have needed, and she said she sent them, and we were going to get them before the interview. They never showed, so he was also scared about that. So she wasn't coming. We didn't receive the documents, and he didn't know if the pictures was okay. We didn't have like a lot of joint accounts or anything like that because it's COVID. There's a lot of stuff that wasn't open in my area. We live in a small town and stuff like that. So we had to do what we could do. But at the same time, I still felt calmness. I didn't feel the anxiety and the stress that I first felt, in the beginning. So it's the interview day. We have to drive 2 hours away to get to the interview for his citizenship. And we get there, and it's not how I imagined at all. There wasn't a lot of security like I was thinking, because this is a government building. There wasn't a lot of security like I was thinking, like how you see on the movies, like cops, security with guns, pat down and searches and all that type of stuff. And it wasn't nothing like that, to my surprise. And it was cool, calm, collective. And they sent us upstairs to go wait in the waiting room for his name to be called. And I'm just sitting there, listening to a lot of other people. They're there with their lawyer, and she's counseling them and stuff like that. And we finally get called, like, right at our appointment time, which is surprising because many places don't do that. And we go back. And I kind of wasn't feeling anything. I'm just answering the questions that the interviewer had, and he didn't have many for me. Mostly were for my husband, and I could tell he's nervous because he's like shaking a little bit. And I was gonna say, babe, like, don't be nervous like there, but I just like I didn't know, that was appropriate. So I just kept it to myself, but I seen he was kind of nervous and stuff like that. And we just finished. We answered all the questions and stuff like that after we got sworn in, because you do get sworn in. And then my husband was like, that last question, because the man at the end, he asked for our documents, if we have any supporting documents of the relationship. We gave it to him. He said, any questions? And I'm like, yeah. So my husband have been having issues with his work permit, because he did get approved to get his work permit, but we haven't received it. It keeps going back and forth to UCIS and not coming to us. And he was like, well, once you get your green card, once he get his green card, he's not going to have to worry about that. And I was like, okay, so we just wait on that. And he was like, yeah. And that didn't like click to me. But my husband was like, at the end when we left out, he was like, that man makes the decision on if I get it or not. And he was like, you did good. Like, he was like, I'm surprised. He was like, you did good. And I'm like, okay, like, wasn't really nervous or anything. Like, I felt neutral. Like, it was a calm over me. And then he was like, well, they should message me. They should email me today, maybe before we get home, because we had to drive 2 hours back home, and let me know whether or not it got approved. And we did receive an email, but it came hours later, the same day though, after we got home, and it was actually from the lawyer. And she's like, congratulations and welcome. You are now, she said my husband's name, she said he is now a U.S. citizen. Of course, it has like 2-year conditions, and then he'll have to apply for, what is it, the full citizenship, and then he'll be good. But we were just so thrilled. And my husband was like, because I seen the email before he seen it. I heard my phone go off and I grabbed it like, what is this? And I was just happy and speechless. And he was just like, the magic you possessed during this whole time was just amazing. He said, I don't understand how you were. He said, see, at first you were just telling me to just go. Because he didn't want to go when we didn't have the documents that the lawyer was supposed to come. And then she didn't want to show up. And he was like, I would have never like thought. He was like, God is good. And he was like, you were just so calm. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, yeah, you definitely have a gift. And he was like, it's just amazing. He was just like, I can't believe it. And he was just happy and celebrating. He got him a few drinks to drink with himself, because of course I can't drink right now. We got 8 more weeks to deliver. And it was just nice. Like, I was so thankful for the calmness that I did receive and possess during that, because it was a lot different from when I first went into it. And it's just about all trusting the process and things like that, and where your support comes from. Like, it's just something that you just have to believe in yourself and the process, believe in the universe, believe in God, because what you ask for, you will receive at the end of the day. You just, I don't know. It's just, I just be still, like I told you guys, if you watch my last video, Like we are going to live in a life full of amazement moving forward. We are claiming that. And once you just see things work out right in front of you, you're just like, you're lost for words. Like, you don't have no words to describe what you just witnessed. Like, it's crazy. We are going to continue to see the wonderful works of life unfold right in front of our eyes. We are going to experience it all. Everything that we want, we will experience it all in a beautiful way. And we will take notes to make sure we're thankful for what we ask for and what we receive. Because the universe is always listening, the universe is always watching. And it's just amazing to see people grow, people expand, people watching and seeing people love, because we forget that many times a day, and we just need to remember that showing and caring for one another and enjoying these life experiences is a connection. So let's keep enjoying and sharing these life changing connections, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.